I did not set this up to be this type of a stream. You've got to be kidding me, dude. I had it set up in landscape, and it forced me to do a vertical format. That's why I'm not liking this YouTube crap. So this is obviously on my mobile. I had it set up like this. This is just wrong, dude. This ain't gonna be right. Set up like this. This is wrong, dude. This is really foolish. Ain't gonna be right. Set up like this. All right, man. All right. Well, anyway, holy crap. This is not what I expected. I did not expect it to be this way. So if you're watching on a big screen TV or whatever, I'm sorry. I have no idea what happened. But all this really is I haven't done a live in a while. Figured I'd do kind of like a check-in. Say hello to everybody. I keep trying to do, you know, these lives and stuff, dude, but I'm just wiped by the end of the day. So hopefully things are going to change. Yeah. Made a change with my diet, and I think that's going to help. So I'm working on the this is technically, so let's just start this off kind of in the right way. I'll jump into the chat real quick, but so this is technically part 2 to the video that's tomorrow, if that makes any sense. So if anybody is watching this, go watch the other video first, if that makes sense. This truck is already blown into. Very surprisingly, we didn't have a broken shaft like I was thinking. For some reason, I was thinking that this was a thinner motor shaft. And putting this truck on 6S, see, that's the thing too, is because the thing's way up there. Putting this thing on 6S was making me think I may have blown the motor shaft, but it didn't. So I did realize, or come to find out, that I did put a Hobao 14-tooth pinion in this thing. I think this had maybe a 13, maybe. I can't remember, dude. I used to keep a log, like years ago. I used to keep a log of like changes that I made to an RC, and that way I could quickly reference. But that kind of like became a thing for myself. And I probably should have kept doing that, but I guess I got lazy. So some people are asking questions, you know, what you know, weight, diff fluid, or whatever did you go with in that? And they're just basing that upon, you know, maybe what they've seen. But, you know, some important things are honestly like pinion size, that maybe that's what I should do. I should have that goal for 2025 to start a logbook again, start over fresh. But yeah, so the bearings, the little bearings that are inside of the idler gear, I just not sure why it slipped, other than the fact that it was actually loose. I did find some metal shavings that were inside of the, where's the diff? Inside of the center diff here. So I still haven't opened this. We're going to crack this open and see how this is looking. So this is the Red Cat Valkyrie MT, or TRMT, I call it. So this is the Valkyrie TR, which is a truggy that I've essentially turned it, I guess, into a truck. So, dude, this is really bugging me that this is this format. This is gonna ruin this. I'm just gonna roll with it, man. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Anyways, just gotta jump in the chat, say what's up. Looks like we got a couple of Sleek. What's going on, man? We got Jim, Vargas, Sean. We got Blue Cuban. What's going on? F3. What's going on? Will. What's happening? Sluga's here. JP. What's going on, man? Slash Raptor. What's going on, man? Yeah, I know, dude. I am gonna. I think I said it last time too. I'm going to try to put forth some effort. Like I said, I've made a little diet change, and I think the diet change is going to help me out a little bit. I, dude, I already feel it. Like literally, I'm only what, day 2.5. I'm day 2.5, and yesterday's energy level was like, not that I felt like I was nonstop, but even like right now, what time is it? Oh, when I started the stream. So it's like 5 past 9, right? So it'd get to be like that 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I'd just be like wiped, you know, on the couch with my wife, we're just watching some, what do they call it? The boob tube. So watching the television there, and that's what it used to be called, the boob tube. But if you don't know, it's not a bad word. It's what it's called. Um, just enjoying, time with her, and she kind of, goes off to bed early, and sometimes I'd, go up with her, or I'd kind of stay where I was, and, then realize, hey, oh, man, I'm wiped out and just gonna go up. So hopefully we'll see, Guy. Like I said, the energy level that I've got right now is like those same feelings of when I used to do the other lives. Like the time that we're at right now, we'll probably get past midnight is what I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I might doze off, die out. I don't know. But the energy level that I experienced just yesterday, and that was a day and a half into this thing that I'm doing. And now, if it works, again, if it works, it worked before, but if it works again, I'm going a slightly different aspect. If it works again, yeah, I'm gonna be psyched because it's with exercise too. That's a big thing. You can't just expect a diet to shed the pounds. You gotta actually do the work too. So, anyways, enough about talking about that garbage. L to the W, what's going on, man? Lorne, what's happening? KGM, what's going on? Are you broadcasting from a GoPro drone? Yeah, you'd think so, dude. What the heck? I can't, like I said, I cannot believe. Like I had it set this way, like I had it set for horizontal format, not vertical. And I had noticed, I remembered when I was setting it up, there was a button that you could click. And, I'm setting it up on mobile, and it said, like you could add somebody in. Like, and I was like, oh, cool, that'd be cool because it's sideways and it'd be a, side-by-side split screen. And then when I clicked the button, it said this option is only available for vertical format. So I clicked it off and I'm like, oh, I don't want that garbage. So I clicked it off and I just kept going through the whole thing. It never said that I should restart the whole process. So apparently, if you click that button, if you're going live yourself, guess what? This is what you're going to be stuck with. You're not going to be stuck with this. It's going to be this. So, where is the camera on this thing? Right? Oh, I'm not even looking at it. Yeah, it's in the center. I forget. This is a piece of garbage phone, by the way. It's a Google Pixel 8 Pro. Absolute piece of SHI. But like I had said, very surprised that all it was the pinion slid back. There is the possibility it was because of this idler gear. Now, this idler gear definitely seems to be pretty straight cut now. I remembered what had happened was one of these bearings had blown out, which caused it to kick. When it kicked, it basically wore a terrible profile, like an angled profile on the gear. And if you look at the gear now, I don't know if you can see it, it is a nice flat profile right now. Actually, yeah, it's a nice flat profile right now. So that's a good thing. So that means I'm not going to have to worry about this. I did notice on the center diff side is that the output shaft that goes into the drive shaft has 0 play, but the back side that goes into the rear diff had play. Yeah, there it is. It's got the slightest amount of rock. I don't know. You see that shake? So what that says is that rear bearing probably went dry, and I don't think I've got another bearing for this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead. Wait a minute. I do have a whole parts rig, but I don't know where the parts are. Anyways, so I'm gonna pull apart this bearing. So we're gonna open up this case. This is also the one that I did the hole in the chassis, like a lot of the 3 and 4S Arrmas. So the 3 and 4S Arrmas, the old ones, you slotted or drilled a hole in the chassis underneath where potentially this gear right here makes contact, but where it comes into alignment with the chassis. And what that would do is allow any of the fine debris and boulders that would kind of bypass, because of it being an all plastic chassis. Basically the same exact thing with this thing. This has got so many cues that I want to say are very reminiscent of an Arrma. So it's got stuff that just is like Arrma-ish. Do you know what I'm saying? It's got this. It doesn't have the collapsible drive shaft, but it does have, you know, an aluminum shaft like that, splined, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. I also had noticed this piece right here, which is the... So this is the... Technically, this is the motor mount, right? This piece right here. Technically, that's the motor mount. This piece... The hell would you call this? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the motor mount, and then you got this thing. Motor mount cage. So what I did notice is that there's only a single screw that goes through on this. This technically is a consumable part. And why do I say that? Well, because this is a pin that holds this thing, the idler gear, in place. Now, if you have a bearing that goes bad, it causes this to spin. Or if you have a bearing that goes dry, or let's just say there's enough play in this, which there is right now, that this starts to spin inside of this. So this allows the gear to kind of get worse. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it allows a misaligned mesh. So I'm not saying that this is bad. It's just the realization that this technical piece right here is a consumable part. Not thinking that it was, because when you look at it, you don't really think it's a consumable part, but because of its design and having an idler gear, it actually is. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. So, what I'm here to do right now, it actually feels pretty good, though. It actually feels good. The other thing that I had noticed, too, is I don't know if you can see it on camera. I'll try and show it. Angling it like that. Trying to see. So, see that wear point? You know what? I'm going to flip this around. So that 6-shooter, what's going on, guy? STP. Do you know how to delete the governor screw on... Delete? What do you mean, delete? You don't... Well, I wouldn't, man. You got to remember. So that is there in place for a reason. Those China junk motors, gas motors, you're not going to get longevity out of them if you do stuff like that. If you're over revving that thing, I wouldn't trust it, man. You can do it. I just wouldn't, man. I wouldn't. If there's a way to increase the spring tension, that can also do it too, I wouldn't recommend it. I couldn't recommend it because I don't think it's wise to do that. If you want to go faster, get a bigger motor. Don't, and sell the motor that you've got. Sell the motor that you've got as a running motor, and just put in a bigger motor like from Harbor Freight, one of those Predator engines or something, or just step up and get a better mini bike. To be honest with you, it's an entry level, and I'd leave it like that. I don't think that bike is actually worth any kind of upgrade, to be honest with you. I think anybody, if you look online, I think the people that are doing the upgrades to that, it's honestly, I feel like it's content based upgrades. It's not worth it. I think you're putting money into something that isn't worth it. That's just my opinion. Michigan Dirt, what's going on, guy? XRT Ultimate. Oh, XRT Ultimate, nice. There you go. F3 RC, you do keep logs. That's a good thing, man. DAC Turbo, what's going on, man? Thank you, appreciate that. Chef, what's going on, guy? Sergeant J, what's going on, man? I just catching up. I didn't realize this was how this was set up, man. Oh, Sergeant J, you've been sending the MT is nice. Paul, what's going on? It won't turn sideways, man. Watch here. You want me to turn you sideways? Okay. Here you go. Sideways. See, it blocks out on my end. See? It just doesn't work, dude. So that's how you want it? You want me to leave it like that? Okay, I'll leave it like that. Now you guys can just twist your heads. It's not gonna work, dude. It's messed up somehow. Thomas, what's going on, guy? How's the Kagama? It's actually good. There was somebody had left a comment. You should probably, if you're interested in the answer. So somebody had left a comment asking a couple of questions, and I was pretty real with my response. I didn't go into super depth, but it was basically saying that, the problem that I have with Team Corrali, I hate to say it this way, but I guess in reality, I'm probably slightly biased in a negative way. And that is only because of the way Team Corrali treated the Kronos XTR when I first got that, and how their response to me when I reached out to them about the issues was a fluff off. And maybe it's the wrong way that, for me to react, but I don't react well to a fluff off, dude. I don't, because I don't waste my time reaching out, I feel, needlessly, except for that one time that I reached out to A-Main. And that was a whole funny thing in itself. But you know what? That was actually pretty good. But yeah, I don't really waste my time because I just don't want to. If a company treats me like that, dude, I'm a one and done kind of guy. That's the bad thing about me. I'm a one and done kind of guy on most things. So I don't know why, but yeah, the Kagama, it's actually the 4S or XL version. It's part support is murder if you think about it. So I broke it, and I actually broke it. It did amazing in 26/27 degree weather. And that's what you call the ambient temperature. So the temperature at ground level was actually colder. So those plastics really handled very well, but I also wasn't being a bonehead and just launching the thing, being an idiot. I was driving it. I was enjoying it. And I think that's where maybe that RC shines. I'm going to do a couple more videos on this Kagama. do a couple more runs, take it to a couple more places. It still has to go to Diamond Dust. You know, finding out that, you know, a little servo saver, you know, earpiece or whatever is something that, you know, if you're going to place an order, get a couple arms so far, front arms, because normally that's what you're going to hit, normally. Although you do whack the rear too, but, you know, grab a couple lower arms, maybe grab a couple of upper arms. I don't know. The upper arms so far, I don't really see a problem with it. But you look at the thickness and the size and all that stuff. But the lower arms, I think, are inherently designed to break the way mine did. In an impact, I'm still semi on that fence because I think if it didn't straight line fracture through all of the weak areas of that arm, it's almost like I wish they would somehow design it different. I'm no designer, but if they could maybe, why make the whole square or rectangle? Why not give it, you know, make it an oval so that at least it has a different type of strength instead of a square. A square has fracture points that can break, which is exactly what happened to that arm. But part support for me is rough. I think that's where I'm getting off on the tangent. Part support with Team Corrali is rough for me because I don't have any local suppliers. Anything that I've got to do is shopping online, and that's the stuff I hate because I can't just go to my, like today, I could have gone down to my hobby shop, hobby quarters in Foxborough. That is still my hobby shop. We're gonna do a revisit because hobby quarters, the owner sold the shop and it's under new ownership. So still familiar faces, but I want to go into the store and see if Hobby Quarters is able to retain that, you know, stable Foxborough, you know, been there forever, you know, kind of, not forever, but I don't know. A lot of times when a you know, a store or a shop or something changes hands, it loses something in translation, I guess. It can gain a whole different thing, but sometimes it loses stuff in translation. It loses either that drive that like the original owner had, because, you know, that was his, you know, success kind of thing. Yeah, so I can't like go down to Hobby Quarters and just grab my part. I have to order it, and guess what, dude? With the way shipping is right now, I won't see anything until next year. So it's like, man, you know what I'm saying? So there you go. Kagama 4S, it's good, just maybe not for my location. Man, that was a long dissertation. Turtle, what's going on, man? Wakawi, we're working on the thing here. The thing here, the vigilante eventually. If I can get to it. Happy ho ho, you got it, man. What's that? Logic, what's going on, man? Same to you. What is your first thing? Amara's? I'll just call you Logic. Uh-oh, we got a comment held for review. Uh-oh. Why is there a comment held for review? I don't get that. Slash Raptor. Been watching the off-road speed runs like crazy. All right, let's see. Randy, what's going on, man? So I think I'm pretty much caught up here. Wow, maybe not. Mini Z, what's going on, man? What the heck message is held for review? Oh, yeah, dude, you can't talk like that. F3. I see why your comment is hidden. You can't talk like that, dude. I mean, you can on your own time. He's sipping too much. Hey, dude, look at that. Yeah, check this cup out. My wife is like, why don't you just get rid of the cup? I'm like, because you bought it for me. She's like, yeah, but it's falling apart. I'm like, falling apart? It's just the paint on the outside. I'll eventually scratch it all off. So she bought me a new cup, right? Problem is this cup. So, okay. There's mostly no women in here. Probably zero. So, am I the only one that thinks this way? So, this cup holds what I call the desired amount of coffee, meaning this cup is just a little bit bigger than the smaller cups and not as big as the two big cups, if that makes any sense. So the coffee comes up to here, and then literally from this point on up to here is cream. So it's like I'm so used to knowing what the desired ratios and everything is, and this is stainless steel. It doesn't matter. Yeah, the top doesn't have a thing that closes it. Doesn't matter. If the thing falls over, which it has, and the top blows off, well, that's my problem. But there's little oddities, man. Like, if I have like a glass of milk, I have to have 3 ice cubes. Why 3? Because 4 is too many and 2 isn't enough. I don't know. I can't be the only one that's like that. But anyways. All right, let's see. Bash on, what's going on, man? Yeah, that's right. Hit that thumbs up, man. Ronald, what's going on, man? Was just saying in one of those fancy black. What? Staying warm. Oh, in one of the fancy black t-shirts? Hey, actually, my Cletus McFarlane stuff came in yesterday. Wheels on what? This guy right here, Frank Sluga, he's a Dodge loving, he's a Dodge driving Traxxas lover. And that's not a bad thing. I just think it's funny. Let's see. Rich Frank, what's going on, man? Got it off the GoPro, yes. Yes. Although I did see some good stuff about potentially the GoPro 13. Oh, fluff off. Yeah. Dude, I'm way behind on the comments. I'm sorry. Jared's two-wheel. What's going on, man? Thinking of buying a Red Cat Kaiju. Oh, dude, the Red Cat Kaiju is awesome. It's a 6S capable RC that absolutely is a total blast on 4S. No, actually mine is, dude, actually mine is right there. Like within arm's reach. My it's right there, dude. It's right down there on the ground. It's right next to me. It's an awesome, dude, that thing took such a stinking beating. There's a bunch of people that know the channel, dude, that made some of the most awesomest content all by itself. I didn't even have to be there. The RC made the content. Oh, man. I am way off. Rocky Mountain, what's going on, man? Pete, what's going on, guy? Let's see. Oh, I'm way behind. What is that engine oil cup measuring called? You mean a ratio cup? I think you're talking about a ratio cup. But ratio cups usually just for oil mix, not just regular unleaded gas. Lucky, what's going on, man? I cannot say your name, dude. Somnium. Carrying on about the Gagmai. Yes. Probably gone anyway, dude. Sorry, man. Let's see. Dude, I'm so. This is horrible. Looking at the stupid comments like that. Cletus March? Yes, dude. So I've made a conscious decision. Now I know my son ain't watching this. So every jersey shirt. I mean, I'm wearing this one right now, which I love. Can you see it? Oh. Measure once, cut twice. Measure once, cut twice. I love this shirt. But yeah, so any jersey that he comes out with, I'm just going to grab it no matter what. So I grab one for myself and one for my son. And it makes good gifts. So those shirts are a couple bucks. But yeah, the whole jersey thing, the dude's got it down pat on designing stuff or having things designed. Phantom Raider. Is it Phantom? Or, yeah, I think so. Jim, what's going on, man? Are those things any good? Yeah, they are. They are. For young individuals, absolutely. Dude, I still have not caught up with the... if you're talking about you don't really need to measure the oil going in. You can just pour it in, right? And the way the stick usually goes in, it's kind of like looking in the hole. You use a flashlight, and once you kind of see the oil almost get up to the deep inside threads when it's down at the bottom, and then you slide the stick in and twist it in, usually, see what I'm saying? So like, here's the oil, here's the round oil fill. So the oil is like right at the bottom of the threads, right? It's kind of what you go by. And when you stick that stick in and you twist it in, that's basically what it does. So then it's reading full or whatever it is. That's usually the way it goes for that. Dude, I cannot catch up. Oh, I caught up with the comments. Okay. Yeah, no problem, man. All right. So, wow, I can actually get to work on this thing. Okay, here we go. How's this going to work? This is going to be really foolish with how this is not going to work right, isn't it? This is terrible, dude. It was supposed to be widescreen. Man. All right. That is so stupid on a TV. I know some people watch this stuff on TV. So for those people, I apologize. That stinks, man. So it's a whole vertical format. This is wrong, man. I lost so much real estate. Now I've got to work in like this tiny little location. This is terrible. So I'm going to pop this open, see where we are with this thing. Did I not bring my driver down? I didn't bring my driver down, did I? Crap. I don't want to do this by hand. This is going to take forever. All right, I'm going to grab my driver. I left it upstairs. I'll be back. You can keep yourself entertained. Are you not entertained? All right. So I've got to switch out the bit to this one. Can't believe it. Oh no. So that one had debris in it. So that's weird. And it's a top one too. Yeah, look at that. There's still debris in there. Must have been a pebble or something in there. You know, it's weird. The comments are not showing up on the screen. So is there a way for me to, oops, have the comments show up on the screen? Live chat. Oh, there we go. So I think now, so now we've got live chat on the TV there. You can see it over here in the corner there. Right there. So live chat is up. All right. Best Christmas Eve ever. Get out of here, guy. No way. Okay. So, if I'm right, again, this is the RC that I did the... Yeah, it is. Ooh. Look at all that. That looks like seal. Is that seal? Oh, that's just debris. Okay. Okay. Might be all right. So I'm going to go ahead and move this clean stuff out of the way, because all this stuff was previously cleaned. I put it in the juice. And the juice is that left-hand side. It's just this. It's just lacquer thinner. So, and I don't have my hide wipes down here either. So, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of clean this out. Guy doesn't like vigilante. Yearly maintenance. There you go, guy. Yes, sir. So 6-shooter, I actually very much do like the Vigilante. The problem is, my attitude is Red Cat needs to make the necessary fixes before I run that thing again. I am going to put it back together. I've got like 6 sets of gears now. So Dalton, what's going on, man? Hey, y'all know if the Red Cat Valkyrie MT diff come filled with fluid? Well, there's a kind of a discrepancy right there. So I don't believe any differential should be filled to the brim, because you can cause some overheating issues. It obviously depends upon a huge array of stuff. But what I will say is the gasket on this. So this is the This is the TR. It's the same thing. So the gasket on this had split. And it wasn't anything to do with me changing fluids or anything like that, because I didn't. The gasket, I am just going to say that just from, you know, I guess spinning and maybe pressure or the design or the gasket material, it actually blew out. So all the diff fluid leaked out of the differential. At the time, Red Cat did not have the diff gaskets in stock. This has a blue painter's tape gasket. So it's blue painter's tape that you can still see it, dude. Well, here, is there a way you can zoom in there? Let's see if I can zoom in. Will it allow me to zoom? There we go. But will it focus? And it won't focus. Come on, focus. Nah, it won't focus. What the heck? Does this not focus? All right, never mind. It won't focus. But this is a blue painter's tape gasket. Single layer. So, yeah. Yeah, why am I even saying that? Oh, because of the diff fluid. Squirrel. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this bearing, kind of clean this out. This, I believe, was this the bearing? Yeah, that's the bearing that was the rear diff side. So this is the debris that this caught. So I'm going to go ahead and just toss this in the juice here. Yes, blue painter's tape, dude. I'm blown away. Dude, it doesn't leak. So, not a bad deal. This does leak. I don't recommend doing the stuff that I'm showing you. What is the juice? It's just lacquer thinner. Sometimes it's lacquer thinner with brake clean, gas and diesel, but this is just straight. This is just straight lacquer thinner. It really cleans pretty quick. Yes, sir. Lacquer thinner is absolutely awesome. Oh, I lost it. Just a slight little cleanup. There was somebody that said, did anybody see the question? What was the question? So now this is it all cleaned up. Why is the focus? There we go. Let's see if I can turn on more light, if that makes a difference. Is that going to make a difference? If I crank on some more light? Or does that make it worse? I gotta wait a second. Can't tell. Can't tell if it's better or worse. Nah, it looks like it doesn't change anything. All right. So, trying to feel. How big of a spacer can you use on a spring shock? Wait a minute, what? How big of a spacer can you use on a spring shock to dampen it? So springs don't dampen. If you add a spacer to a spring on a shock, you're not dampening it. You're increasing the spring tension or increasing the spring rate. Makes accidental flames on the floor. Hey, dude, you want to talk about accidental flames? Hey, I'm going to switch over to myself for a second here. Dude, you want to talk about some accidental flames? I got a story for you. Hey, what's going on? I'm Guy. So I used to do model airplanes, balsa wood planes, right? And that requires fuel, well, because it's a nitro engine, but it requires fuel and an ignition source. So I remember when I was pretty young into doing this, I was in a sand pit or something. Some kind of pit. I was somewhere in some kind of pit. This is when I was young. And all I remember was feeling a cool, hot feeling all over my hands and arms. Because somehow the fuel, I think I took out the glow plug. I'm trying to remember, dude. All I remember is that I was on fire and I couldn't see it. So nitro fuel has a tendency to give you that nice, cool, burning sensation. My literal hands and forearms, like, yeah, were on fire. This was when I was young. I don't even think I had hair on my arms at that time. I definitely didn't by the time it was done. But yeah. Yeah. That's how I know how that feels. That was a good one, man. Good memory. All right. Nitro shot. Yeah, it was most likely taking the glow plug out because I had flooded the engine. It probably hydrolocked is my guess. That's the only thing that I can think of. That's what I mean. The spacer gives it more resistance so the car tries not to bounce. Well, no. So that's not really. The dampening is where the oil does that job. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect a spring, because what's going to happen is you're going to get potentially more rebound. So while you're thinking that adding more tension to the spring is going to cause the vehicle to, when it strikes the ground, to not hit, right? That you're thinking dampen that way. But what happens is, yes, kind of, sort of, but no. Because what will happen is you'll get a spring back, and it can be actually worse. So dampening is very important with shocks, because that's what's going to control your rebound. And that's what you have to worry about. It'll control the dampening effect and the rebound. So I don't know where my razor blade is. Here it is. Intertwine, I wouldn't. Yeah, you can do any of that stuff, but I wouldn't. Because now you're causing collision or a compression problem between the springs. You're taking up the space. You might be just better off with, if you don't have shocks that have the ability to have oil in it, you should probably get some. So I'm going to go ahead and pop both seals out, because what I want to do is I want to go ahead and clean this. I want to clean the inside of this. Jeremiah, what's going on, man? What about a good bump stop? You mean talking to Tim there? Whoa. Oh, no, I just lost it forever. It just spun under my bench. Oh, no. It's gone. Crap. Well, I lost that bearing. You've got to be kidding me, dude. Oh, seriously, it's gone. No. Alright. Ah, I found it. All right. So that does feel better. And I'm wondering where the play was. I'm wondering if the play is happening in this. So just because I'm curious. No, it's still got a good tight fit. Alright, so I need to use this stuff right here. Grizzly, what's going on, man? Paper towels are your best friend. So my wife gets these 2-ply, and I peel them. You end up with twice the amount of paper towel. JP, huh? Dude, get after it, man. Maintenance is important. Nice. Look at that, huh? Nice, happy, fresh bearing. I ain't even going to open this. This one's fine. Just going to do a little bit of cleaning right here. I like that STP. Eats drag slashes for breakfast. That's awesome. Will, what do you? Who's asking? Chainsaw, what's going on, guy? It's been a while, man. Same to you. All right. So I'm actually very happy with the cleanliness of this. No leaking diff fluid with the use of that painter's tape gasket. Worked out better than the factory gasket. So go ahead and stuff that back through there. And then looks like I need to clean this just a touch. Thompson, what's going on, man? We got all the old people in here. I mean, people that know the channel. You know what I'm saying. We got all the old fogies in here. Which way did I have this? This way. Boy, I almost forgot all the old fogies. All the people that know this channel. Everybody's here. It's awesome, dude. How many people are in here? Can I even see? 40. That's not bad. 40 and 40. Hey, as long as the thumbs up exceeds who are actually in here. But there's 40 people in here and 41 thumbs up. So that's not too shabby. I'm happy with that. Yes, I'm old. Dude, you know what? Technically, we all get there. Trey, what's going on, man? Oh, we got 45 thumbs ups. Holy crap. We got some sideliners here. Yeah, I gave you a thumbs down just trying to keep it. Hey, you might as well, guy. That means you smashed it twice. All right. So there we go. Now, I suppose if I was working on a Traxxas, I would get a thumbs up from Sluga over here. All right. Got some weird wear right there. So, am I able to enable the flash on this? Oh, look at that. Oh, I should have enabled the flash before. Look at that. But what I was saying is weird wear. Right on this lower side. It's almost like the... you know what it could be? Could be the flex right there. I feel young all the time till I stand up on me. Yep. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit. All right. So, happy with that. Very happy, dude. Very happy with what I'm seeing. So, with the help of WAV Racing, Red Cat made an awesome, I feel, a really good RC. I think they did a great job for what this is. Price point, especially if you were able to get it for that sale, I don't know, man. It's a price that kind of can't be beat, right? I think that's what they call it. So I'm going to go ahead and these bearings feel fine. So I'm going to go ahead and leave these alone. These are the idler bearing gears. So I'm going to go ahead and leave these alone for now. One of the things I usually do, which, I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I've never done this before, but I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm actually going to take udder butter, and here's my thought. If I take udder butter and I squeeze it on the inside of this gear, right? This is my theory. I always like to try stuff. So make sure that this is cleaned off. And I take that and I do this, spread it around so that it's on the inside, right? My thought is it's going to kind of self-lubricate that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, now there's like a pocket of grease. There's a little bit of space. And once this pin is slid in, the grease is going to kind of stay sandwiched in between these two bearings on this gear. Centrifugal force will keep that moist on the inside. All right. So I'm going to drop this right into there. Take the little locator pin, slide that into place, just like that. And that should be a happy gear. Happy little gear. So that's what I'm thinking is going to be a good scenario for this. So, yeah, that's the way I'm going with this. Big Bashing, what's going on, man? All right. Let's see, do another paper towel split here. Or not. Come on, dude. What the hell? Can't even see it. Usually I can split this paper towel like fast. There we go. Grab a corner. Split. Okay. So now, take the gear and so now that that's where I need it to be now, slide this in there. How about if I go this way? Makes more sense. 2 holes on the top. Alright, so now I'm gonna grab that right there. I'm gonna slide the pinion out. Come on. There we go. Okay, so right about a little bit right there is where it needs to be. That should do it. It looks like it's aligned in there pretty good, I think. I think that looks pretty good in there. Right in there. Can you see it? The alignment looks pretty good. It's called Cheesy Start. Traxxas Cheesy Start. Yes, I put the pinion upside down. Good catch. We'll have to fix that at a later date. Okay. So, want to have just the slightest movement, which I think is right there. I think it moved, and yeah, way too much. See, that's too much. See that? That's garbage. So I'm going to do it by hand here. That's what I should have done in the first place. Actually not liking that alignment. I'm going to change that. Come on, get back in there. Right. That's better. Give it just one more little tweak. JP, dude. Yes, sir. Frank has got it nailed, dude, on that type of content. Absolutely. He has got the best. He's got the best shoe footage I've ever seen. That's nice and tight now. Ooh. That was bit bending. Rich. Not quite, but it is a riot, dude. Completely non-purposeful foot fetish footage. Yeah, eventually I'm going to have to change out that idler gear at some point. But that feels pretty good. I'm happy with that. So, now, there we go. So that's into there. Go ahead and dive this down and in. So this is the thing that I was saying. It's kind of like an oddity. It causes the idler gear to maybe be slightly misaligned with the center diff spur gear. So, because you can still, see how you can tweak this slightly? It's got like just a, and this is a composite. So you got composite with metal. You only have one screw kind of almost holding it on a pivot point. So, but, oh, that's much better. Hear that? That's what you want to hear right there. Perfect. Yes. Yes. F3. You're absolutely right. It's got some styling cues kind of from that. Here, check it out. But the difference is, guy, if you don't know, dude, that's like all day. That's 6S. That's a 6S ESC that's in this thing. It runs on 6S. It's a little bit too much for it, but it takes it. So, you know, what's funny is I'm less confident running the Quagmire on 6S than I am with this. This thing will run 6S all day long. I'm not recommending it, but it does. All right. This Pinion is guy tuned. The only thing I know about a razor is this thing right here. Here's your razor for you. And it's called a razor blade. So this is the one that has the hybrid, I guess you want to call it. So this is the new pin setup that I went with. Here's the old dual pin setup. So it's got the set screw with the E-clip. So this side is running set screw with E-clip. This side is running solid pin. So solid pin's the way to go. Got a whole bag of them right here. Whole bag of these solid pins. There's a link in the description, not in this video, but in one of the videos working on this thing. If you need these pins, you got to buy like 100 of them, but you'll have enough to last you forever. And then work on other stuff, but I think it's like an 18 by something, 2.5 or something like that. So, all right. Yes, they can, which is why, you know what's funny though, this clip hasn't flown off though. So these clips haven't flown off. And that's spinning at 6S. But yeah, the solid pin, you're absolutely right. Definitely the way to go. Solid pin with that set screw. You get one of those things. Mats, what's going on, man? Look at this guy here. Dude, I'm surprised you could find the phone. I'm assuming that's what you're on. Mets must love this vertical format. Guy, this was a total disaster. This was supposed to be, you know, typical horizontal show, but it wouldn't let me. Not that kind of a horizontal show. Not those shows that you watch. Driving you nuts. Yeah, I know, dude. I couldn't believe it. There was a setting on going live for YouTube that would allow 2 or more people, I think, or something like that. But you can allow people in to share the thing. Well, I thought it was a horizontal format, dude. And when I clicked it, it said for vertical only. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going to do vertical. So I turned it off. I didn't realize that once you click that button, you're screwed. So even though I have it off, it decided to stay this way because YouTube thinks that this is the way all videos should be done now, is vertical format. I want to send you a gift, but still recovering money from the t-shirt I bought. Yeah, guy. Dude, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm recovering from the shipping cost of that t-shirt. What are you talking about, dude? I'm still recovering from the shipping. You had to say that, didn't you? You just had to. Dude, the shipping was like twice what the shirt cost. But hey, guy, I got wind that, not that kind of wind, but I guess you guys are going to become the 51st state, huh? Something like that? Yeah, that's what I heard. You can change the live setting in YouTube Studio for horizontal view. But I'm on a mobile, and I don't think that's available. I think on non-mobile, you could probably do that. That comment's that's awesome, dude. He bought a 90-inch TV, and all he's got is a sliver. Ah. Oh yeah, Frank. Here's another thing too. Didn't Canada pass some new 350 something gun restriction law too? What you gonna do about it now? 350 something more. What was it? Assault weapons or was it parts or whatever? Canada has no, from what we gather as, you know, the Americas, Canada seems to have like no life, dude. I mean, I'm sure you guys do, but it just seems like everything's being stripped away from you. All right. So now we can go ahead and start, I guess, reassembly here. So I'm going to slide this garbage off. Oh, coffee almost went for a spill. You would have seen that if it was on horizontal format. So I'm going to slide this in. Oh, this is garbage, man. All right. Yeah, it's all the way zoomed out, too. Guy, 51st state, bring it. I have no problem with it. Yes, dude, gun restrictions. Yeah, they added like 350 something more gun restrictions. It's like, holy crap. Canada, you guys screwed. You guys can't live your lives. All right, where am I here? So that's all set. This is all cleaned out. This had rocks and boulders in it, but that was because of me. When I was taking stuff apart, a couple of boulders went in there. But this differential area was completely clean. You get the typical, little bit of, dust ingress in this location and in this location, but it doesn't seem to really make it inside. It just kind of sits where the bearings are. So that works out pretty good. It's like, yes, sir. I know, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. All right, so where am I here? So where's my motor? All right, so here's my motor. So this has to go into there. So this gets jacked up like that, twisted. This gets jacked up. Come on. Any day now. There we go. So that gets in there like that. Got this little extension piece to this. And then this goes into that. Come on. Go to your home. There we go. And then that gets shifted to there, and that gets shifted to there. Just like that. It's a beautiful thing right there. Wrapping gifts and what? Hey, dude, thank you, man. I appreciate that. All right. So, this is all looking nice and happy now. It's going to be down in there like it should. Take some of the udder butter here. Squeeze it right in that hole right there. For additional lube. Just like that. Damn case of beer is $60. Wow, 54 thumbs ups. Wow, that's pretty mint. I just got to look at it. That's awesome, dude. All right. So, looking in there. Oh, the flash turned off? Yeah, there we go. So that's there. Then this can go on here. Like that. What I'll do is I'll put, yeah, no, I won't. I gotta flip it over. Put that in there. Put this one in there. Like that. Gotta make sure my drive shafts are phased. There we go. Because if my drive shafts aren't phased, this ain't going nowhere. I'll be screwed for life. Alright, there we go. Good to go. Now I can go ahead and flip this over. Flip it over by holding this together like this. Come on. Stop doing that to me. Don't you do that to me. Get back to your hole. Here we go. So what I want to do is have that sit just like that. I'm going to go ahead and start installing these screws here. So what's going on there? For some reason, that got slightly misaligned. There we go. Perfect. So that's all set. Now, keep this elevated with this bucket here. Like that. Now I'm going to install these screws for the upper control arms. There. So these need to go in here, but that's part of putting that wing on too. So go like that. A couple more screws that need to go in there. Okay, got 1, 2, 3, 4 for that. 1, 2, 3. The wing mount's already got a screw on it. Yeah, those are the right ones. So this is going on here. This. See if I can align these shocks a little bit better. All right, so why is that one off? So this one got messed up. I think the ball twisted inside. Yes, it's a cowl mat. You got it. So that one goes like that. That's a little bit better. So I'm just gonna lightly go like that. That way it's threaded in a little bit. And I didn't do anything about the screw there. These screws right here need to go in. Did I take those ones out? Yeah, I did. That one's out. That one's out. So it's this one. This one. And get after these. Okay, go to your hole. Perfect. So there is one screw that's supposed to go, I think it's one screw, that goes crosswise, which I did not have installed. So you got the one screw here. I got this one screw. This is for the wheelie bar. So I'll go ahead and install this now. And this one. All right, so that's good. We got this long screw, which is for this, so that can stay there. Got a couple screws here for the braces, a couple screws for the top here. So these 4 screws that are here go for 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just to hold these like little side skirt panels on. Narrow? You think this thing is narrow? You talking to me? All right. Where'd the screws go? Right there. You gotta change your mind, guy. It's driving style. All right, all set there. So now this little thing here, move that all the way back. I put in the wrong one. All right. There we go. So the only thing whoa, coffee almost went down. So the only thing I need to do now is reinstall the motor wires, put the fan thing on there. Put my center brace, and what do we got? 4 more screws to go or something like that? Yeah, 4 more screws? I thought there were 4 more than that. I thought there were 2 more than that. It must be stuck to the... Yeah, here they go. So there's the other 2 screws I was thinking about. So these 2 screws for this brace here. I think that's it. Go rip it in the dark? Yeah, guy. Why don't you go to the spot at the church with the big jumps of the... Oh, you're talking about the school. That's actually a school. That's near my kid's house. So during... so obviously, when there's school... Can't just have a grown guy playing with his toy at a school. It's just something's wrong with that, right? You'd have to agree. I do. But anyways, so the intent is there's no school this week. What, this week until into January? I don't know how far into January, but there's no school, I know, this week for the kids. So the intent is, because there's going to be no school, there's not going to be, I don't know any kid that would want to hang out at a school. I don't care if there's a playground there or not. I know when I was a kid, the only reason why I went to my school was because it had hills and we could sled on it. Well, there's no snow either. That's not enough snow to slide on or sled on. So I am going to go down there, and we'll take this thing. We'll take the other thing there, the Quagmire, and we'll see how it goes. The Quagmire is really not. The Quagmire is going to get hurt there. I'll have to be controlled with the throttle. The funny thing is when I drove that the other day, I was saying, like, because I actually thought I put a 3S pack in it. Like, I wasn't sure. And even though the beeps beeped 4, I didn't really hear 4. I thought I heard 3 or maybe 4, and I was kind of confused. And when I was running it, I felt like it was, for me, it just felt like it was on the edge of feeling like a really good 3S pack. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it had some kick, but it also didn't feel like it was a 4S pack. And I think that's part of that RC's issue, because out of the box, the punch is so low that it just doesn't feel like it's, doesn't get like that punch, like that off the line, power. So it's almost like it's soft. It's like a soft start kind of feeling. It's not, but it is. I said it's not, but it actually is. So when I was driving it, I was just torn. I'm like thinking to myself, man, don't think I heard 4 beeps, but maybe I did. So it was driving, like I said, it was driving like it was a really good 3S pack that had some punch to it. But in reality, it was a 4S. So this truck, this Red Cat thing here, and I got the other Red Cat too. It's sitting right there. Haven't even opened it, dude. It's still sitting in the box. It's the same damn thing. I'm just having fun with this, especially with these tires and wheels on it, man. These tires and wheels on this, I'm feeling hub slob, but it's the same front to back. So, the Quagmire is, I know it's a Kagama, but Quagmire, that's what I want to call it. It's a very rigidly based RC. So like everything I feel about it is rigid. And I think like that's, I don't know Team Corrali, but I'm just basing that off of what I like by feel. Team Corrali is more seemingly going after that more rigid, solid type of design, where this thing, the whole damn thing is plastic. So while the Quagmire is almost like it's more performance based, and this is more abuse based. Like I feel it can take more abuse, but you're also giving up stuff. But the problem is that normally in an RC that's got a little bit more rigidness to it, it's relying heavily on suspension. And when it relies heavily on suspension, there's a lot of stupid tuning crap and stuff that I just don't want to deal with. Like, I get why they did what they did, is because they're staying true to, I guess, who they are as a company or something. Again, I don't, this is all just, information that's in my head. It's got nothing to do with this. Zero facts. Anything about anything on this channel is zero facts. It's all hearsay and conjecture and imagination. So I imagine that, the bigger tires and wheels were going to do better on that truck, on the Quagmire. And It does. It does, but it's still not, it's not designed or set up out of the box for that. So like my whole intent was to not change the pinion because I knew I was going to change the tires and wheels on it. Get something that had a little bit more cushion. Like when you flex these tires and wheels, like to be honest with you, this originally, and I've already tested things out. So these are my I don't want to say my all-time favorite, but these are my all-time favorites. For a stock out of the box tire and wheel combination that's OEM, the Red Cat Racing Kaiju tires and wheels are awesome. They've got a fairly good offset. It's a more of a center line offset, which is nice. But the Quagmire, it's just, what's weird is they gave it shorter arms. So it's like, you see where, see when I talk, my mind is literally all over the place. So there's a lot of times when I talk, I don't stay focused. I may, because I've got it in my mind, but it just doesn't flow out of my mouth right. So Arrma gets its bashability from its suspension. That makes sense. It's got a longer track width. And that track width isn't from the tire and wheel like some manufacturers do. The track width is from the actual suspension arms, which is great because it's causing the shocks to work more. The arms can kind of have a more flexible range because they're longer. With Team Corrali, they relied on an offset, a different style of offset wheel that pushed the tires out. They kept the short arms. So like, even if the plastic, like you have to admit, so the longer plastic is, so if you have two plastics that are the exact, or let's just say like a bar, right? The longer the metal bar is, the more force that you can see. If this was widescreen, you could see what I'm doing, but I got to stay in this little thing right here. So the longer the bar, the more flex you're going to get out of it because you can, it's the same material. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's a shorter bar, you're not going to be able to flex it as much as you could because you've got the leverage over the longer bar. So while maybe the plastics might be the same kind of material, because they're shorter, it almost makes them more brittle. You know what I mean? That kind of makes sense. And that's where I think Team Corrali in their mind was thinking short, tight, more suspension, kind of like tightness, like racing kind of stuff, I guess. Where Arrma is more like, you know, give it some wings, let it bounce, let it absorb. This thing, the Red Cat thing here, I've got a very, yeah, the back spacing on this is just, it's right at the edge. So this tire and wheel setup from the WAV Blitzkrieg is the way to go. I think if you're looking for a good tire, even the rim itself, so like holding the Quagmire tires and wheels, the tire compound is very stiff. The rims are very stiff. So I think like they were, you know, trying to rely on suspension or whatever to kind of keep things tighter. But that's also where I said something is up with the, I think, what is it, the first running video that I did in the back track, I kept on saying, I think I said something like the geometry is just kind of weird. And it was because of the way the car was acting overall. And I think because it's so stiff, tight and compact. You know what I mean? Like it just felt weird. You know, and I'm not like actually driving it, but I'm driving it. I'm watching how it's reacting based upon the input that I was giving it. It just has a weird like driving experience, whereas opposed to this thing, the Red Cat MT or WAV Racing variant, it's kind of like it just goes, I guess, where you want it to go almost, and the Quagmire doesn't. I think it's like it's a specialized car. It's like trying to take a stock vet off the showroom floor. I guess that's how you could say it. Take a stock vet off a showroom floor and take it and track it. The car is not going to do amazing. It's going to do better than a Toyota Tercel. But then you would be more inclined to take a Toyota Tercel into the power lines where you wouldn't want to take a vet. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. It's a weird, like, thing. It just felt odd. I just went on some big dissertation about nothing. Why did I do that? I don't even remember why. Frank said something. Probably set me off somehow. I don't even know, dude. Can't wait to see an upgrade to the GoPro. Yeah. Are you talking about me, guy, and my GoPros? So, hey, guy, your body. Just shut up. You what? Hey, guy, you what? You learned to drive on a Toyota Tercel? That's a riot, dude. You'd rather stay out of the power lines? Hey, here's something that will kill you. A buddy of mine, he's 10 years older than me, or 8 or 9 years older than me. I don't know the exact age. I didn't actually grow up with him when he was young. I knew him in his like 30s. He took a 1967 tri-power GTO into the power lines and killed it. And every once in a while when I see him, I don't say it all the time, but I go, man, that GTO. And he will beat himself. He will beat himself to a pulp, dude. 67 GTO tri-power. He took it to the power lines and destroyed. Because back then, it was just a regular car. Like taking a Toyota Tercel into the power lines. Like a buddy of mine took his grandmother's Hyundai. What was it? Hyundai. What's the cheap Hyundai back in the early to mid 90s? What was it? Hyundai. Was it a Hyundai Excel? It was like the real cheap one. And his grandmother gave him the car, and he took that into the power lines. We actually went into the power lines with it. That thing took a beating, man. Hyundai Excel. Yeah. The Hyundai Excel. It took a beating, an absolute beating. Chevy Beretta. My mother used to sell those. What was it? The Berettas? I think it was a Beretta and a Corsa. I think they came out at the same time. Was it a Chevy Corsa? Like Corsa was the, what, 4-door version? And then the Beretta was the 2-door, I think? Man, that's going way back. Chevy Corsica. That's right, Corsica. What was I calling it? The Corsa? Corsica. Yes. Oh, dude, that's no good, man. Your first car was a 62 Bel Air? Wow. So, oh, dude, you know what's funny? I saw it said Frank. I thought it was Frank Sluga, and I was just going to give him heat. 62 Chevy, because if it was Frank Sluga, I would have said, oh, that's why you like boats? Chevy Corsica. Man, those things were stinking ugly. Yep. Oh, dude, a Dodge Daytona Turbo Z. That was, I remember my mother, again, my mother was a car dealer, right? So I remember she bought a brand new Toyota Daytona Turbo Z, and it was the first talking car that I ever heard in my life as a kid. It would say like your door is ajar and stuff like that. Your door is ajar. The hell are you talking about? A door's a door. A door ain't ajar. Damn, I'd love to forget about the 90s. Yes. I agree, dude. They had some awful designs. Chevy Astro van. Chrysler Laser, yes. Yes, the Laser was the Dodge Daytona. Yes. The Chrysler Laser. Yeah. Holy crap, dude. We're all dating ourselves right now. You know what I mean. Not dating. We're dating numerically. Dodge Stealth. Yeah. Yeah, a kid that worked for me. I think the Dodge Stealth, was his first vehicle. Wow, that was a long time ago too. Holy crap. Pontiac 6000. Oh, we gotta stop here. Holy crap. A LeBaron. Oh my God, dude. Holy crap. We're all a bunch of old people here. Coming up with these names. Mitsubishi Eclipse. Yeah, there you go. What was that? What was the song with Archie Bunker and Edith? Those were the days. Dude, that show. What was it called? What was the Archie Bunker show called? Was it called the Archie Bunker show? What the hell was it called? Dude, some of the stuff that was said in that, back then you didn't hear it. Yes, we are. All in the Family. Yes, absolutely. First car was a 71 Challenger. Ooh, Jesus. Chicks didn't know. Chicks didn't know about the Bondo. Yes. That's a riot, dude. Archie's Place. Archie's Place. Wasn't that the one after? Isn't that what they called it when Edith died? Or something? Archie's Place. Something sounds familiar about that. I don't know what that is. Oh, there you go. Okay. And wasn't that when Mel's died? Holy crap. What was the other shows, man? See, I watched all the shows that my grandfather watched. Get Smart, Hogan's Heroes, Three Stooges, Benny Hill. I watched all those because there was, I always hung out with my grandfather. I was basically like my grandfather's son. My grandfather didn't have a son, and he only had 2 daughters, and out of his 2 daughters, only one of them had a kid, and that's me. So Alice was Mel's Diner. Yes. Alice, yes. The main female character. Excuse me. Mork and Mindy, yes. Earl Moorhead, holy crap. Mork and Mindy. Yep. Damn, these are some old shows, man. Crap. There's a ton of others. What was it? WKRP in Cincinnati? Wasn't that a show too? WKRP in Cincinnati or something like Facts of Life? No, dude. No, we ain't doing no Facts of Life. What was the one with sounds so stupid. The guy who had the apartment with the two girls, one was a brunette and the other one was a blonde. Three's Company. Was that Three's Company? Taxi, yes. Greatest American Hero. Holy crap, dude. That was one of my favorite shows as a kid. But yeah, wasn't it Three's Company? But yeah, Greatest American Hero. That was a funny show. Yes, Three's Company, yes. It's WKRP in Cincinnati. The drop chickens from a helicopter on Thanksgiving. Knight Rider, yeah. Obviously, Knight Rider, classic. Knight Rider, I think, went along with American Hero there. Greatest American Hero. That's what I remember. I think those shows were on at about the same time or something. Airwolf. Wow, Earl is pulling them out. JDA, same thing. Growing Pains. There were definitely certain shows that I didn't enjoy. They weren't my thing. But yeah, Airwolf. Damn, dude. This always happens when we go in these lives. Blue Thunder. What was Blue Thunder? Oh, the $1 million, the $6 million man, isn't it? Wasn't it called the $6 million man? It wasn't called the $1 million man, right? Wasn't it Sanford and Son? Yes. Dukes of Hazzard, of course. Oh, what was the other one there? The A-Team. Did anybody say the A-Team yet? The Gong Show. Yep. The Sanford and Son. The Sanford and Son one was good. I love that. He was always having a heart attack and he was always, I'm coming. I love that. Alf. Yes, I remember that too. I do remember Alf. Yeah. Yes, the A-Team, dude. Wasn't it Barney Miller? Wow, yes. I actually do remember that. I think that was a little bit more of something my grandfather watched. I don't know if I really got into the Barney Miller one, but I do remember it though. Yes, Elizabeth, it's the big one. I'm coming. Yes, Get Smart, absolutely. Smith and Smith, what the heck is that? I Dream of Jeannie, yes. You know what? Vince Vargas, there's somebody in here that kind of knows a little bit of I Dream of Jeannie. Got the same name, spelled different, but it's related. MASH, yes. That was my grandfather's right there. Mr. Ed, Good Times. Dynamite, yes. Holy crap, dude. Yep. Dallas, yes. I think I remember that. I think that was like one of my mother's shows. The Fall Guy. Yes, absolutely. Holy crap, dude. Family Matters. What was that? Did anybody say the Brady Bunch? I don't know if anybody said the Brady. I did watch the Brady Bunch. Hulk, yes, of course. Cheers, absolutely. MacGyver, yep. Yes, Walker. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. So I don't know everybody's age. We're all probably around similar just by looking at like the shows that people are remembering, right? Hardcastle and McCormick. Holy crap. Yes, I actually remember that. But forget who I was talking to recently, but it was the realization, like the generation that I am in, we have had like, of course, every generation says that they're the best like generation. So, and I think, what is it? Gen X, right? That's apparently what I think most of us are. Some of us that are, should be Gen X that aren't Gen X. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, It's like a certain age category, and it kind of extends both ways out a little bit. That it was just a different way, and a couple of people really hit the nail on the head about how we had to live. Like, and it wasn't bad. It was just, we were like, what they called it, we were the latchkey kids. Everything about, like, a lot about music. You know what I mean? Like, I know for myself that music really motivates me, like, big time. And I know that that happens for some other people, but like, if you think about like some of the kids like from now, do they really even listen to music? Like, and are we like the grandparents that we had saying that our music isn't really music? You know what I mean? Yes, we had the thick skin, right? Right, hose water, yeah, the lawn dots, the whole, yeah, all of that. Latchkey, yes. Lawn, baby boomer. So baby boomer is right before Gen X, right? Dude, I had to ride my bike outside during the day, TV, and dinner, then bed. I think that's what you're saying. Yes. Kids. You know what's funny is that it definitely seems like things are different with that comment saying kids are soft. So what I was saying is that, you know, I look at my son, and in the early portion of his life when I was trying to guide him, I was definitely scared, because even though everything that I did automotive wise, construction wise, whatever, he was so not interested in. Like, I mean, he would show a little bit of interest, but nothing like I did when I was a kid. And it's like, some light switch turned on in him. And it was just like, as soon as he was in high school, I think it was like freshman. God, I'm trying to remember. So I think freshman I think he took marine and small marine mechanics, marine and small engine mechanics. I think he took that in freshman year, I think. And then at some point he went into automotive. I just can't remember when it was. And once he got into automotive, like all those years that I was trying to tell him and have him come out and do stuff with me. And like I said, I mean, he would give me a hand if I semi-forced him, but he'd rather, you know, be on the video games with blinders on, not seeing anything in the world that was going on around him. And to see where he is now, he, you know, he has the regular days like every auto mechanic does. You know, those days that you absolutely friggin' hate to be there or whatever. And that's, you know, that's just an inevitable thing. But he absolutely excels in auto mechanics. And that made me, like, super happy. Yes, L to the W, yes. Parents kicked us out. Yeah, they didn't want us. They wanted their own lives, dude. And that, I love the fact that that's how it went. Charlie's Angels. Wow. Yep. Yeah, I watched that show. I do remember watching that show. I think a lot of boys did. You didn't watch it for Charlie because you never saw Charlie. You watched it for the Angels. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Yep. We were the remote controls for our parents. Absolutely. Daily, what's going on, man? Same to you. Yeah, we definitely did. You're absolutely right, Rich. Yep. It's like, so I have one, I kind of shouldn't even call him a client because he's almost like a grandfather to me, kind of. And he's what? He's going to be 99 this year. And granted, age is just starting to catch up to him the last 2, 3 years. Age is catching up to him. But before that, he was still chasing his cat down the hallway. I'd get up on the roof of his house and I'd turn around and he'd be on the ladder behind me. You know what I mean? Like that kind of a guy. He was, a home builder. He actually built, or he was the foreman in charge of building the jail in Brockton, Mass. So he was the foreman in charge of building that. But yeah, 99 years old, super sharp. And I absolutely love just sitting down with him and talking about, because like I said, he's totally 100% sharp. Talking with him about what his eyes have seen. Like he uses an iPad, like he reads books on an iPad. So it's like he operates a cell phone. Like, I mean, I know that you think like, oh yeah, okay, what? But dude, he's 99 and he can take pictures and view videos and do all that stuff. And it ain't a jitterbug either. It's a regular cell phone, a cheap one, but yeah. But the stuff that his eyes have seen, like when he was a kid, he used to plow the sidewalks of Brockton when he was a kid with his horse. Like, I mean, when he was a young teen, he was one of the guys or kids that they would send out on the pond or the lake to cut the ice for the freezers, for the refrigerators. So technically not really the freezer, for the refrigerators. He was a block cutter. Like, I mean, it was like just the stuff he's seen. Do you know what I mean? Like he was there when the wheel was created. You know what I mean? So he has seen everything from then to when, cars were kind of first kind of coming in to self-driving cars and flying vehicles. Like, you know what I mean? Like flying vehicles, like not necessarily cars, but pretty close. Dude, it's amazing to see the world through his eyes when he talks about the war and like just the stuff that he's seen, man. It just makes me feel like a straight out pansy, dude. I mean, I thought I was a hard worker. Nope, not even close to what this guy has done. Yep, when he goes, so it's like I wish I could like somehow do like a video documentary, but time is short and it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, yep. Yeah, and what's crazy is that, having them remember that stuff, man, like for him, it doesn't bother him. Like it doesn't hurt him to like remember things. Like he's a, what do we call it? A widower. His wife died like I think now 9 years ago or something. So he's been alone, for a good period of time. So it's always good to, catch up with him. That's something I got to do too. I got to re-catch up with him. It's been a few months. Hopefully he's still there. I think one of his daughters would have reached out to me if he passed away. Yep, patience. Yep. Yeah, he does. Rich. He absolutely does. Yep. Yes, sir. Ronald, right there. You're absolutely right, dude. He did have to walk to school and it was uphill both ways in the snow. Yep. Me, Massachusetts. Southern Mass. Yeah, yep. Yeah, as a matter of fact, the Geo tracker that I had was his. He technically in a way gave it to me. Like, he had me do work on his house, and he was saying, because I had always like taken care of that tracker for him, doing like oil changes and brakes and all that stuff, and some exhaust work, and I actually did some front suspension work, some frame work. And that's actually how I ended up with that Geo tracker, because he was like, he was telling me the guy that he takes it, or the guy he took it to get the stickers done from it, really wanted that truck, and he was like, I'd really like to see it go to somebody that has done work on it. And I go, well, whatever, I've done work on it. How much do you think you'd want for it? And he goes, I ain't gonna have you pay for that. He goes, you can do some stuff around this house. I won't have to pay, and we'll just call it even. And I just never charged him for anything ever since. It was just like, I owe you forever. That was awesome. It's a 95 Geo tracker. It's got 29,000 original miles, I think. Is it 29? No, that's not right. 79? 79,000, I think. 79, I'll have to go check, dude. I can't remember. My Trans Am's got 29,000 miles on it. I think the Geo Tracker's 79 or 8, something like that. It's funny, my wife was like, are you ever going to get rid of that tracker? I'm like, no. I'm like, you know who that came from. I ain't doing that. That thing's going to be with us forever. What? Right, JP, yep. Yeah, absolutely. What we got? We got some people that dropped off. We got what we've got right now. We got the regulars, and I think a couple of new ones. Yeah, remember we would like all of a sudden get into talking about food and all this other stuff, different ways of cooking, and yeah. Sleek, you go live every Thursday night. Nice, dude. How long have I had Red Cat rigs? Ever since my first Red Cat, which I think was the Gen 7 crawler. I think that was my first Red Cat. So, and that goes back to when my dog died. So, he died 6 years ago? Or maybe more. I can't remember when he died. When he died, I needed something to help me take my mind off him dying. So I got the Gen 7 crawler, which I still have. I don't know where it is. Gen 7 crawler, and then I got the Red Cat, Tornado? Tornado had something after it, like Tornado something. Like a letter designation or something. Camo X4, yes. Camo X4 is actually right. Camo X4 is actually right there. See the helmet? That's the Camo X4 sitting right there. So that thing is that. Believe it or not, man, the Camo X4 is actually a for what it is, it's a very fun truck. I mean, I took that over to, what did I call that? Hobao Mountain. I think that's what that area was. And that thing broke a rear link, and I never knew it, and the thing drove mint. Did I zoom that? Yeah, there we go. That's better. I knew I looked like oddly zoomed in. You keep getting ads, guy? That's YouTube trying to make money, man. I can't do anything about it. That's, hey, you got to make up for your loss for buying a RC Guy Garage shirt. I got to make up for my loss of sleep by having you watch ads. Actually, YouTube's doing that. Goddamn ads. Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I've got the Gen 8? I got the Gen 8 crawler. That thing has never seen a battery pack. I literally bought that. And what did I do? I bought that and I unboxed it just to pull the receiver and transmitter out to use it in something else. The hell was that? I never even put a battery in that thing. It's the one that's got the soft top. It's just a dust collector. I'm not a crawler guy. I didn't realize that. You know, it's funny, when I first started crawling, it was fun, but I got tired of it really fast. Like when I started trying to do like endos and making it go faster than it ever could handle, I realized that crawling wasn't for me. You want a camo guy? No, you don't. You don't like Red Cat. The only thing that you want is what Traxxas makes. If Traxxas started making some Dodges, you'd buy them. Have I ever been? No, I've never been to a comp. I used to race when I was younger. When I was, what, 18? 18, I think from 18 to 21 or 20. Yeah, 18 to 20. It was either like 21 or 22 or something like that. Bring new life to crawling. Yeah, I don't know, man. Can we see a what? A 4S versus shout out? Yeah, Earl. I used to race snails, but realized I never seen the finish line. Yes, sir. Can we see a 4S versus comp? What do you mean comp? A 4? Can we see a 4S versus... You mean, what? You must be talking to somebody else. I probably missed something in a comment. Shootout. Hey, F3RC. You been sipping on the good stuff? I think F3RC's a little bit deep into the Christmas Eve. He's got the spiked nog. F3RC, you sipping on that spiked nog? He's shooting something. No. It's all good, man. Yeah, I kind of think he's phone drunk. Yeah, we can all get that way. Like autocorrect, this AI crap and autocorrect has been killing me lately. So I'll say the words, translation right, translation no work. Sleek, see you later, man. Enjoy your night or day, wherever you are. Oh yeah, the whole autocorrect thing. So I use talk to text because I hate typing and sliding and all the other stuff, right? Autocorrect has actually visually said the word and spelled it correctly the way I said it But once the next, like, it will get like 3 words away, and then all of a sudden you'll watch the word change to something else. It's like, I said the right word, it said the right word, and then it changed it. I don't know, dude. JP, that's a good one. Eggnog roasting on an open fire. Dude, that's a good one. Missed and dribbled on my toes. Right? Autocorrect doesn't have an accent. But like I said, what's weird is that, yes, a lot of times autocorrect is not like my Bostonian accent when I get like on a roll of talking. But when I visually see the word spelled correctly, and then it gets 3 words away, and then peripheral vision sees this word over here that was spelled correct and change, it's like, what the hell? 6-shooter. 6-shooter, you taking off? Or are you saying, see the comments disappear? See, on my end, the comments disappear. Wait a minute. There's a thing right here. Oops. I don't know what the heck is going on here. It's what else is new? It's Frank Sluga saying stuff. YouTube is on you, Frank. Telling you. I don't know if you noticed, but your comment didn't show up. I could see it, but your comment did not show up. YouTube is on your case, man. As usual, they know. They've got you flagged. They have Frank Sluga flagged. They know he's Canadian. He's a little free with the mouth. Try a Californian accent. Autocorrect changes me. Earl, you're killing me, guy. That's Frank's 7th comment that's being held for review, yes. Oh my god. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. So I just got like a couple more screws to put on this thing. I ain't gonna continue with the video and of that. Yeah, you know what it is. Just a center brace and the motor fan. The Red Cat Vigilante is a pretty good RC. It's odd to say that I would feel more comfortable beating this one up than the Team Corrali. And partially that's because of part support. Because of my location, Team Corrali parts aren't really readily accessible. The Kagama 4S that I have, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's different. It's a different RC. It's just yeah. Somebody from across the pond made some pretty good comment, or made a pretty good comment about it. And it was I think it was within the line of talking about Red Cat. So I don't know if it was on a Red Cat video or if it was on the Kagmaya video, but it had something to do with somebody commented something and he responded to that person and basically saying that, you know, like a lot of us know, for some reason over there across the pond, they can't get Red Cat, which it's actually not a bad thing that you can't get Red Cat. At least the older Red Cats, but Red Cat's really been making some pretty good changes. And while this RC is technically a WAV Racing RC that Red Cat fine-tuned this RC enough to where it still has some of the slight issues that the WAV had, but a lot less of them. And it's a very, for the price, and because parts are fairly readily accessible to an extent, this RC is also almost like a online ordering parts breakage RC as well, because again, there's a lot of hobby shops that don't carry Red Cat, or they'll carry just specific Red Cats, and that's only because it's because Red Cat wasn't like known as the greatest brand. Red Cat has been, I feel, making some pretty good changes to try to dig themselves out of, what do they call it, that stigma, to where Red Cat was looked at as just a, you know, one step away from Walmart or Toys R Us RC, which it wasn't. It was definitely better than that, but they seem to make odd, like, cheap out things that kind of, I think, hurt their name in the beginning. Where right now, looking at this RC, the Valkyrie, and then also talking about the Vigilante, the crawlers, some of the, what do they call them, niche categories, those categories like the, they got the thing that's got the bed that does all that stuff. Yeah, nothing that I would be interested in. They got the low riders and all that stuff. But they're filling places that other RC manufacturers just are not touching. And I think that's where Red Cat has made some pretty good moves, because they've actually widened the hobby or made it a little bit more expansive, I guess. And I think going back on that, you have to, just as somebody that appreciates a hobby, and it goes into automotive too, but appreciates a hobby, that you can appreciate the fact that they are making offerings that no other manufacturer is making, which I think is kind of cool. It is, because it's giving those people that enjoy the real deal, the smaller, scaled down remote control RC version of maybe what they're into, or maybe what they could never afford and they really like, or maybe the dad's got a low rider, so now the kid can have a low rider. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like that way. So it's like my attitude with Hondas and four bangers and all this other crap. When you get a four banger putting out 1,000 horsepower, what the hell? Like when like my Trans Am, right? What is that? 325 horsepower at the crank. So it's like, and you got a Toyota Corolla right now pushing out 400 at the front wheels. It's like, what the hell? I got four more goddamn cylinders. But yeah, Kagma 4 or Max slash, that's a tough one, because they're not in the same or similar. See, like when you ask that, the Kagama 4, it's way too different of an RC. You know what I mean? So like, it's hard to answer that. That basically comes down to, what do you see yourself potentially trying to do? Yeah. It's tough when somebody asks a question like that, because it's like, you know how they say it's like comparing an apple pie to a lemon? You can't compare the two. I know that's not how it is, but that's kind of what I'm getting at. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's certain things you kind of can't necessarily compare, because you need to do the research on your own as far as what your budget is. Traxxas, I honestly, I don't care what anybody thinks or says, because everybody can have their own opinion. That's what's great. Traxxas really does make good RCs. They do. When you think about what Traxxas does and how many, like, it's like they've got their game semi ironed down to where when they make a drop, they also have everything available, or just about everything available when it drops. When you buy like an Arrma or like a Team Corrali, I don't know about Team Corrali, but when you buy like an Arrma, like the day it drops, the website doesn't even work. You can order the car, you get the car, there's no parts available for it if it's a new part. And that's basically what happened with Team Corrali. Was the Quagmire had totally different axles, I guess, or something. And those axles were not available. So it was like, and that's what was breaking. So it's like, Traxxas at least has like all the in-house upgrades that you could ever want potentially for it. You know what I mean? So Traxxas really does make, they get you coming and going out that door to buy the new RC. But their part support, I think to an extent, can't be beat. You can literally walk into AutoZone and get Traxxas parts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of cool. I just caught myself. I was looking at myself. See, that's what's messed up, because the camera thing is way up there and all the comments are down there. Traxxas has good RC, and great parts support. Yep. At an affordable parts price. Yes. Yes. Yep. What Earl just said right there. Earl has actually proved that on several videos, that buying an Arrma, I think it's like end of life for a product. Arrma's vehicles have a much shorter end of life, and it costs more down that road of ending its life, where Traxxas still makes you feel all right. You know what I mean? You hated that out the door price, but going down that path, I think Traxxas's end of life path is a lot longer than possibly any other RC manufacturer. Possibly. And that's kind of been proven by repairs and, you know, different, because when Earl does like a refresh, he's so much better off just taking that RC and not even using it for parts, because by the time he's done, you know, beating on something, it's in need of all the parts. And even when he only buys a third of the parts needed to refresh the RC, he's like exceeded the cost of buying a whole new one. Plus I don't know how Arrma's quality control is. I haven't seen a brand new, I haven't gotten an Arrma in a while, have I? What's the last Arrma I got? I don't even remember. I don't remember what the last Arrma vehicle is that I got. It's been a while. I don't need any more, I guess. I guess Arrma's just stuck in a rut right now. I will tell you, Arrma has one vehicle in the pipeline, and if it's not, it has to be. And I think they're leaving it as maybe a vehicle that's going to be released in 2025. They absolutely have to come out with a 4S and a half. I say that weirdly. A 4S Big Rock. If they come out with a 4S Big Rock, it will blow off the shelves. 100%. Kind of proved that with the 3S Big Rock, and Earl proved that with the 6S Big Rock. So the 3S Big Rock is an X-Max killer. So what does that say? Oh God, that's right. I got the Grom. Forgot about that. I got the Mojave Grom, the brushless thing there, the black one. What do you do with you? Did I miss a comment? Success Big Rock still has the best body. Yeah, it does, and that's why if somehow Arrma can really screw their head on straight and make an awesome, they could make an awesome 4S Big Rock, and that thing would never stay in stock. That's just my opinion. The Big Rock is such a broad use vehicle that if they came out with a 4S version of that thing, that's a nail in the coffin to other companies. That would stinking fly off the shelves. Absolutely. Yep, I think so. Yeah, JP, yep. I'll skip the 6S Big Rock. Looks like fun, but not that much. It's actually not bad, man. Because of what it is, it can just do so much. See, I can see the comments over there. The comments on here are too small. Yep. I don't know if I missed something. Somebody said something about a X-Max, right? Did somebody say something about X-Max? 6-shooter. I don't know. Are you talking to somebody else? Maybe you're talking to Earl. Earl had like 6 or 7 X-Maxes. I don't even know. Earl, do you even have an X-Max anymore? Oh, your camera's up there. Earl, do you even own an X-Max anymore? I don't even know if Earl even owns an X-Max anymore. Oh, you talking to me? What did I do with my X-Max? I turned it into the Mongrel X. It's right... I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is right now. It's way back there somewhere. It's in the dock. You have a new X-Max in the box? Nice. Is that a version 8? What version X-Max are they on now? The version 8? Even new body colors. Even more new body colors. I don't even know what time it is. Tech time. We got 20 minutes. 21 minutes. We'll go 21 minutes. Because that'll take it into the 25th. Yeah, but you know what, Grateful Dabs? You can, can't you do that Klarna? Or whatever it is, you can just make payments on it. Just make payments on it. Go to the buy here, what is it? Buy here, pay here. Just do a buy here, pay here for the X-Max Ultimate. The X-Max expensive. That's right. 20 minutes. That's when Santa eats all the cookies. Yep. Does he own? Oh, I didn't see that. What's his name say? Does he own an RC? Oh, yeah, yeah. He only has 76 RCs left. That's in the other storage unit. I don't have a penny of that. I'm not going to start that roller coaster again. Smart. Definitely smart. Up all night, sleep all day. Nah, dude. You know what's funny is I'm still going to be up at. I always wake up right before 5. Like, I mean, it could be like 4:45, 4:53. I usually wake up right before 5. Every single day. It's just ingrained. Can Gen Z say that? No. I think Gen Z or whatever. What generation? Gen F? I don't even know what the generations are. You're about to need a storage unit. You're out of room. You just gotta build onto your garage that you got there, guy. Buy yourself one of those storage containers and turn that into a hobby thing. What's that? Arrma, just don't bash, chase them wheels. Well, you're actually right on that. I quit buying RCs before I became an addict. I only had 33 of them. Smart. What's the best overall LiPo battery you recommend? Me personally? So I primarily have these right here. Ovonic packs. Fairly inexpensive and fairly good quality. I mean, nothing is perfect, and I very much use and abuse my packs. I've got reaction packs, max amps, Z. This is just literally like right here. So I've got Z packs, max amps, reactions, power hobbies. I have RC Lipo. I have that new battery from Turnigy that I'm trying out. What was it? Hobby King? Hobby King sent me out 2 6S packs that it's funny, right? Because when a manufacturer contacts you, they expect you like to do a video or whatever. And under no circumstance do I ever agree to that. They say, you know, we'd like to send you our product, whatever, in exchange for a video. And I just go, no, just send it. And if I feel like doing a video, I will. If I don't, I don't. There's actually been a couple of jump packs that have been sent to me that I haven't done videos on because I don't think they're any good. So it's like, why even do a video? The only way I'll do a video on those is basically to tell you the things are a piece of garbage. But yeah, the Ovonic packs, again, it's all in how you sometimes treat, you know, batteries. I am very well known for, like, here's a failure battery pack right here. See this battery pack? Look at this thing. This is a hard case. And guess what? This is on Ovonic. But this was a specialized battery that puffed. So Nothing is perfect. I think just overall, the Ovonic packs are okay. They seem to be good. Not every single Ovonic pack is the best. You can say swear? What? Jen's ace, I swear, but can I say? Looks like you can, Frank. Look at dude. Your comment made it through. Oh, yeah, and I've had Gen's Ace that are absolute pieces of garbage. I have 2 Gen's Ace batteries. Are they what the hell are they called? The 2 Gen's Ace. Both of them are junk. Same thing with KGM. If KGM was on here, he'd say the same thing. The Gen's Ace that he's got, absolute piece of garbage. Frank is swearing again. Yes, Frank. Am I getting a Cybertruck? Not anymore. I still have my reservation. They owe me $100. Matt Mass, dude, what's going on, man? Same to you. Yeah, see, or even Earl Moorhead. Jen's Ace always seems to puff on him. Yep. How are the Z's? They've actually been all right. This is a very old Z. Right? So I got these, which these are the 3S packs, right? These aren't bad. Every once in a while, you might get a slight little puff. But I also have, like, this one. This Z9000 oval pack, which dropped a cell. So, yeah. I think, so the problem is I think, yeah, here's another 9,000. So here's another 9,000 right here. And this one's a square brick. This one's in good shape, and this is a 9,000. So, and these are probably the same age. Maybe like a couple months away from each other. So it's like, it's hard to say. I don't think, man, batteries are rough, because in reality, we don't actually know the truth about any of it. So, like with washing machines and refrigerators and dryers and all that stuff, usually there's like one manufacturer that makes all of it, and they make it for all the brands. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, who actually makes these cells? Who makes these cells? Do you know what I mean? I think maybe Max Amps, but you're also going to pay max price, and that's the rabbit hole thing, man. Z batteries are not bad, but I've had plenty of Z batteries lose cells and puff. I can honestly say that my Ovonic packs have kind of done the same thing, but not to the degree of any other battery that I've ever had. And I've got a lot of Ovonic packs. I mean, a lot of them. Like, when I look at my bench here, I've got Ovonic packs all over the place. Look at it, I got Ovonic packs here. So I got, these ones were known to be a problem, but I think I only had a problem with one 5200. This is an 8000. Never had a problem with the 8000s, or maybe I did. I don't know. You never know in reality, like even the specs on what's written on here. You got no way of measuring that. No regular person is going to be able to really give you the information or know or have answers. You basically just look at it and you throw it in your your car or your truck, and you kind of gauge how it works by if it doesn't puff, if it takes a charge. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. Matt Mass does not like max amps. I think, I can't remember if Earl had a bad something with another battery pack, I thought too. I can't remember. Maybe it was just those are the Gens Ace. I can't remember, but wasn't there? Yeah, gauge on performance, right. Oh, so max amps also got you, Earl. That's right. Okay. Yep. Yeah, so it's like, again, we don't know in a perfect scenario where, I mean, I know for myself, my storage charge of a LiPo battery is non-existent. If I can get a battery to low cut, that's my storage charge. But if I get a breakage like the 6S pack, so the TENACITY pack, the brand new battery, which is a good test for it, the Rapid 6.0, no, the Rapid 6.0 6S pack that I've got from TENACITY, that's been charged for what? A week now? Maybe a week and a half? And I was only able to get, what, 2 trigger squeezes out of it? And then the RC took a dump. So it's like, that's a fully charged pack. It's probably like 93%. It's not good. Like right here, we've got 41 people here, right? Out of the 41 people, if any of you are listening, out of the 41 people, put in the comments right now, give a thumbs up if you are someone that 100% every single time when you're done with your RC car, you then somehow storage, voltage, charge, or discharge your battery packs. If you don't, put a thumbs down. Let's see. So right now, there should be 41 people going like this. Okay? And that means that you 100% every single time, you never leave a pack charged beyond what it should be. It's always storage. Look at Earl. Look at this. There's actually more thumbs ups. There's 43 people here. Everybody should be doing this. Every damn time. Dude, it doesn't work, dude. If it's every damn time, it should be that. Look at this. Look at the thumbs, man. Look at even Brian RC Adventures, same thing. L to the W, my ass. BS, L to the W. All right, L to the W. Turn on your camera right now and go to every battery pack that you have. And I want to see every battery pack you own show storage voltage. Do a video right now, guy. You just did a thumbs up? My ass, dude. No way. I do like the fact that there's a lot more. Come on, Ronald. It's either a thumbs up, dude, or a thumbs down. Earl, yep, 2 weeks. What? Do you always leave your packs fully charged? I might have missed one. Frank Sluga, boom! BS, Frank, dude. No stinking way. So there are seemingly more people, and this is the right way that it should be. Normally I forget a pack. Yep. 100%. Right there. Yep. Look at this. See? More thumbs downs. So right now I still think the thumbs up We've got more thumbs ups about proper RC battery, whatever. I think you're all lying, but that's a lot of batteries. 3 on charge for what do you mean 3 on charge for tomorrow? What are you talking about, dude? So you're charging batteries right now that you're not going to run for another what? 9 hours? Is that safe? So you've got 3 dynamite sticks. 3 sticks of dynamite. Matte mass right there. Yep. As soon as I'm done running packs, batteries go right on the charger set for storage. Got 5 batteries charged right now. It does sound scary. Yep. I've used all my stuff. Yep. And here's the crazy thing, right? It's really not funny. So like he's not in here right now. But Sergeant J actually had a lipo fire, and it was because he's military, and I'm pretty sure it was on base in his apartment on base, I think. But the benefit that he had was because where his stuff was a it was all concrete. I think it was all concrete block. So it's like I just yeah, see? Right, but Ronald, if let's just say you crashed like with my 6S pack, the pinion slipped. Well, that's what we ended up finding out what happened. I only got two trigger squeezes out of it. It's basically a fully charged pack. And it's been that way for what? Week and a half, week. So it's like, but I think I'm safe because it's a brand new, I think I'm safe because it's a brand new battery. Yeah, I had to look at the camera. I think I'm safe because it's a brand new battery. And it's like, I was a Samsung Note 7 denial, like in denial. I held on to that thing until it caught fire right next to me on the couch. It caught fire for absolutely no reason. It wasn't charging. It was literally just sitting on the couch on the cushion right next to me, and it went off like a bottle rocket. So it's like lipo safety is really a real thing, but I am so bad at it. They're all sticks of dynamite, dude. They really are. They all are, let's put it this way, okay? This is the fuse, okay? They're all stinking sticks of dynamite, okay? All of them. Doesn't matter if you're max amps, all of them, okay? They're all pieces of garbage. The way you got to look at it, this right here is a candle. The top of it is the flame. There's a little bit of wind introduced into that candle flame, okay? Look at the wick, okay? This is a lipo battery scenario right here. So the wind is just blowing that flame close to that wick, okay? That's literally what these things are. These things are sticks of dynamite with a candle with a little flame just flickering, blowing right over that little fuse or wick. That's what all lipo batteries are. You could 100%, in my opinion, treat a battery the 100% right way and still have a battery that goes up. Ever since the Samsung Note 7 thing, dude, there was nothing I did to that phone to make that thing go off. It wasn't even a fully charged battery in that phone. It was probably like maybe a 60 or 70% is my guess, based upon the time of day it was and when I had potentially put it on the charger was when I got home. I know it didn't get to 100%, nowhere near close, because they didn't charge that fast from memory back then. And I would have plugged it in at night. So, yep. Do you have the LiPo fire extinguisher? I do. Yeah, right here. Talking to me? Yep, this one right here. This is my LiPo fire extinguisher right here. Yep. Yep. There's always a chance with LiPos. All you really do is take it. Yep, absolutely. Yep. Oh no, we are all burning our candles at both. Yes, sir. Yep. And I, like I said, it's really no joking matter, but even as I just survey this disaster bench, dude, I am 100% wrong with what I see with my eyes. Dude, I got little nukes everywhere. There's little nukes everywhere. And I got my little nukes right next to this. So they're actually not near that. I do try to keep my flammable stuff away from my little piles of nukes. So yeah, so you know what? LiPo safety, it's a real thing. Don't do as I do, just do as I say. Do as the manufacturers say. Don't store your batteries in your house. And if you do, make sure it's in some type of fireproof something. The best way that I would suggest is go on like Facebook Marketplace or whatever and get yourself a cheap truck box, a bed box. That's your LiPo fire safe. And just put your batteries in there. The thing that's always blew my mind is when someone, you know, says, oh, you know what? I put mine in a ammo box. It's like, okay, so you just put this right here. You just put this in an ammo box and one of these went off. Only one. But doesn't that mean the 5 other batteries are going off too? Yup. And you think an ammo box is going to do anything? Nope. That's an explosion missile right there. That's Chernobyl. These are all that's one of the things I used to say all the time. These are all little Chernobyl packs. They're all Chernobyls. Little mini Chernobyls just waiting to go. The elephant's foot. So all right, with that, we are at 12:04. I said it was only going to be 21 more minutes. It is now the 25th. And it's time to snap this thing off and start a new day. I'm literally going to be waking up in 5 hours, so. So anyways, so you tell it what? So you're telling me I need a battery made? Put yours in an old heavy metal tool, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, Facebook Marketplace, great place to find just an inexpensive truck box. Try to keep your batteries separated as much as you can. If you've got the ability to buy an RC car, and you've got more than one, well, you know what? Maybe you should have invested in LiPo fire bags and all this other stuff instead of buying another RC car. Stuffing my foot in my mouth with that one. Yeah. It wasn't to turn things negative. It's just kind of like a refresh of realizing that, you know, all this LiPo stuff can be pretty serious. So I am definitely not the right person to look at when it comes to that. I'm the right person to listen to, not look at. Well, yeah, I said that right, didn't I? I'm the right person to listen to, not look at. Yeah. So anyways, that brings this live to an end. This was the heck was this called? What did I call this? I called this Humbug Eve 2024 with RC Guy Garage Live. So I've said it before, like I was just gonna, start doing more lives. I have a suspicion that the current new eating habit that I'm into right now is going to not only benefit my overall like being. I ain't no vegetarian either. That's my choice. I suspect by the way I've literally been feeling after even just a day and a half, I'm on now 2 days, I think, that I don't know, man. The processed food crap, the chips, the cookies, all the SHI food, man, it's really not good. I mean, it tastes great, but it does not do a body good, man, at all. And yeah. So hopefully I'm going to have some extra energy. If I've got that extra energy, I know I'm going to eventually get to a little bit of a low point, but like I said, I feel stinking great so far. And I've already kind of done this, but I'm doing a little bit of a different thing. If it works, I'll talk about it later, what I'm doing. But yeah, I definitely feel better. So yeah, dude, kind of clean food, right? Jonathan, we'll talk about it later. You'll see, because it's not only just changing food; it's also I got to get off the lazy horse, dude. I've been riding the stinking lazy horse too much lately, so that's got to change. It's got to change, man. Soda and fast food is junk. You're absolutely right, man. Yep. Soda and fast food is the Gen's Ace of. Just kidding. I know some people like Gen's Ace. But yeah. He's right. Anything in plastic, drinks, food. Yeah, it is garbage, man. It really is. Like I said, it all tastes stinking great, but nah. In the end, I've literally watched like what has happened. And it's just like, oh my God, it's not the camera that's adding the 30 pounds, it's me. So I'm not saying I added 30 pounds, but close, I think. Probably like 22. 22 stinking pounds, dude. You take a 25 pound weight, pick it up, dude. That's basically almost what I've gained. What? The absolute lazy bastard I am. So it's all gonna change. I'm on a kick right now. So anyways, I am out. Cletus powder. Yeah, AG1. Stationary bike, that's good, man. Anything to get you moving. Just remember, yeah, Earl needs 22 pounds. Earl is like a, what is it? Earl is like a candle in the wind. It's like a candle flame in the wind. He's like Earl's like a tumbleweed. The wind blows too much, Earl's just gone. So, guy, it's winter, 5 pounds. Nope. Maintaining the Cali weight. Yep. All right, I'm out. Thank you guys for coming. If you haven't given a thumbs up, there's 73 thumbs ups. Wow. 73 thumbs ups. There's 43 people here right now. If you haven't, throw a thumbs up if you want. If not, get out of here. But yeah, again, like I said, content is kind of going to get ramped up a little bit. Like I said, feeling a little bit better. It's not sickness or anything. It's literally just changing stupid habits that I've gotten into and and trying to be just a little bit better. So Earl lives with the, yes, he does. 7 feet tall, 140. Yes, sir. Earl is 7'6". If you've ever seen his shadow, dude, the dude is 7'6". He's 7'6" and 100 feet. See, he says 7 feet tall, but he's 7'6". 7'6" at 140 pounds, dude. He is a tumbleweed in the wind. All right, man. Everybody, again, thank you. It's hard to stop these, but taking off. It's not like I'm tired or anything, but so. Anyways, everybody enjoy your holiday, and we will see you on the next video. Maybe even a live, maybe even a short. Who knows? Why? What? Why was in? Whoa! What was in my cup? Oh, in this? Just coffee. Just coffee. Yeah. All right, I'm out. Thank you guys for coming. Oh, he did. They get a couple more thumbs up, man. Nice. All right, how do I end this thing? Click on that. Nope. Click the X over here. Click. Do you want to stop? Sure.